Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin. So today I wanted to be going over a 5x114 conversion for your front wheel drive Celica. I'm not sure if this will work on the 7th gen Celica or Scion TCs or Matrix, because I know the rear wheel hub is slightly different and has a different like inboard parking brake assembly, and the height is different, so I didn't research into that. But anyways, let's get started. So get right to it. So in order to do the 5x114 conversion on your front wheel drive Celica, you're going to need the 1st gen RAV4 front hubs. This is 96 till 2007. I'd really just get the dormant ones. They're the most expensive ones and the most reliable ones from what I've heard. And then for the rear wheel bearing assembly, you're going to need the 97 till 2001 Camry. This is going to be obviously the one for the XLE, with the disc brakes in the rear. And then for the brake setup, front and rear rotors, it's going to be from the same generation Camry, 97 year till 2001. And the rears may be a millimeter thicker. I'm not sure, because on Brembo's site they show a 9mm and a separate 10mm Brembo rotor, blank rotor for the SU202. So you may get the extra thermal capacity from that, but I'm not sure. Wheel bearings, this is just for me and my purposes, that's why I put FWD Super Strut. But the wheel bearing, I'd get the Timken one if I was you. It seems to be the most reliable aftermarket one. From personal experience I've had in the past, they were good for me. And then the total cost of the conversion is going to be about $475 from Rock Auto. I can't remember if that includes shipping, but replacing your original rear Celica hubs is way more expensive than the Camry ones, and even they don't offer hubs for the Celica for the for the 6th gen, but I'm pretty sure the 7th gen ones are identical. I could be wrong on that, but this is what I know, and this is what's worked for everybody in the past and people on the forum, which is all highlighted right here. Bearings for the RAV4, front wheel bearings for the RAV4 and the 6th gen Celica are the same. There's only difference here is because if you have Super Strut, it's a little bit larger, but the knuckle makes up for that difference. And one caveat with using a wheel bearing from Dorman is you can't fit OEM studs or a RP extended studs if you do wish to put a spacer on it. But the whole reason for this conversion is because 5x114s offer the ideal wheel spacing, or should I say wheel spacing, the offset for the wheels in a 17x8. Sure, the 17x9s might exist, but you're going to have to run at least a 245 or 255 tire, which is going to rub and might even hit the strut tower, the struts, the bottom portion that the spring sits on. And to go over some of the wheel options, here we have the Koenigs. They do offer 17x8 plus 35 and 5x114. I think they're just out of stock on their site right now, so go to another website and you can find them there easily in different colors. They have a gray, carbon with this lip, and then matte bronze. I'm not really a fan of some of the colors, bronze maybe, but I'd still do it in white if it was me, and ceramic coated. And then we have the circuit performance wheels. These are pretty nice. They don't have that much of a lip like the Koenigs do, so it makes the 17-inch look not as small and looks like a true 17-inch wheel. They have different colors. I just don't know when they're going to be back in stock. I'm not sure if other websites like Fitment Industries has them in stock. And then we have here the Titan Fs. I know Rotor Wheels people, I guess, fearmonger this brand. I don't know why in the past they had a bad rap, because I guess they're being compared to forged wheels. These are not forged wheels, these are flow formed wheels, so they're not going to be as strong, but they're still a quality wheel. These is actually very similar to the Wetsport TC105Xs, but like I said, in under here, it's about $1,200 to $1,300 with a 2 to 3 month wait time from Australia. So when I messaged the guy here in the Philippines, he said that he doesn't have these options, even though I told him that only the Australian dealers have the 17x8, 5x114, and a 35 offset. So these pricing here at $324 is obviously the dollar is stronger than the Australian currency. So that's in our favor, but then the shipping, I don't know if it makes up for it, but I don't know if these Australian dealers can actually ship them over. These wheels are made in the Philippines, by the way, from my understanding. So these are very, like I said, very similar to the wet sports, but here are the wet sports, you know, various different offsets, but the ones that we're looking at here are the 17x8s, which I'm highlighting. I was highlighting, but the 5x114, 73mm bore, and yeah, very pricey, but they are the lightest of the bunch, 15.4 pounds, as listed down here in the highlighted section. And then we have the Kano, the only forged wheel on the list. They look pretty good. They don't really have that much of a lip either, and that pretty much covers it. Yeah, so if you guys would like, I can also search for how to convert your ST205 Celica to 5x114. I did a quick search and it was a little bit harder to find rotors, but I think I can make something work if any of you guys are interested. And like I said, these are really good wheels. Some of them are really expensive. Most of them are pretty affordable, except for the wet sports. But you know, back in the day, I mean, they used to run 17x8 plus 32 on these wheels right here on my back screensaver, what do you want to call it, screensaver, on the desktop. These are 17x8 32s and 5x100s. You can even run probably plus 30 on a 235 wheel, 235 size tire, and you'd be just fine. So that pretty much covers it, guys. Any other questions or comments, please leave them down below. And thanks for watching. Until the next one.